This explains your overdose. They are relieved you are recovering.
Michel drugged a passenger? On behalf of the company, I offer my apologies to you, Mademoiselle Locke. Michel will answer for this outrage.
Both of them? I was pretty sure about Fräulein Schmidt, but I admit that I did not suspect the conductor.
Yeah, he
It is
surprised
more
me.
clear to me that some of the clues to this elaborate plot were staged for my benefit.
Add in a minute. What did they want me to believe? Murderer got on the train at Vikovsky, killed Ratchet and got off immediately? Murderer boarded the train, killed Ratchet and is still on the train. Well, this is what they've led us to believe up until now, at least. Not bad for my daily. Killer got on the train in Istanbul, killed Ratchet and got off in Belgrade. Okay, $177, 2 night balls, 2 fast balls. Nice. Thank you for the lurk. I don't know. No, okay.
Not good.
They wanted us to believe he got off. Oh, yeah. That's what they wanted us to believe.
I'm right again.
But we
That
found
happens
out
to me a lot. Some clues
he was
and
still on the
information
train.
collected so far could lead to a hypothesis. The murderer boarded the train in Vinkovsky, killed Ratchet, and then left the train immediately.
How did you come to that possibility?
Monsieur Hardman told me about a short man with a high-pitched voice who threatened Ratchet. Imagine for a moment that this man, wearing a wagon-lit conductor's jacket, killed him while Michel was on the platform at Vinkovsky. This murderer then hid the conductor's jacket in Detective Locke's room, then fled before the train left.
Why choose Detective Locke's room?
Why, indeed.
camera angles. Spent a lot of time drawing his eyebrows. I think so. Reconstruct the events of the false lead. Okay. And there's the ad. Train stops at Vinkovsky at midnight. Mr. Michel goes down to the platform. Leaves a knife there, but losing a jacket button in the process. Gets back on the train, which leaves at 12:10. But did he get off the train? Hey, to get good pictures, it's all about the angles. Yep. Just wanted to cherish the eyebrows. The murderer boards the train disguised as a conductor. So, train stops at Vinkovsky. And Mr. Michel goes out to the platform. Murderer boards disguised. As a conductor. Murderer kills Ratchet and exits through Madame Hubbard's room. Gets rid of the jacket. Using a jacket button. No, so gets rid of the knife and then the jacket. Mr. Pierre. Or maybe this order? Yeah, got that first try.
That was easy.
Okay.
Dieu. Oui, that must be it. Everything fits so well.
It fits too well, my friend. Other clues lead to a second hypothesis, much more plausible.
There's several murderers who escaped to Vinkovsky. There are several murderers who wanted Ratchet's money. No. Several murderers all related to the Armstrong case. Yeah.
Et voilà. So, We have multiple murderers, all related to the Armstrong case. The murderer from Vinkovsky was a fabrication to turn suspicion away from those on the train. They expected the investigation to be led by some small-town official who could easily be misled.
Mr. Poirot?
Detective Locke, forgive me. You are an obvious exception. You tracked Ratchet with the tenacity of a bloodhound. Unfortunately for the killers, they not only had you to deal with, but now they had, and I say this with all modesty, the world's greatest detective, Hercule Poirot, dropped into the midst of their meticulous planning.
Multiple murderers? Multiple detectives? Poirot, please take pity on me. Who is linked to this case and who is not?
Pretty much everyone is
I
linked.
have gone speeding out of the station without...
Spade. Hello. Welcome. Who are the 9 people we know are connected to this Armstrong case? Well, Antonio Foscarelli. What was his connection? Something to do with, was he a driver for the Armstrongs? He did something for them. Pretty Missy. Hildegard was the cook. She was the girl's aunt. This was the nanny's boyfriend. She's connected to the case because she was researching it, but I don't know if that counts. Like, she was on it. She's a detective. Ratchet was the one that killed the girl, or he was involved in killing her. That's how many? 5. Natalia Dragomirov was, I think, the godmother of the girl. The little girl. 2, 4, 6, 7. Book. Queen. I don't... Involved with the Armstrong case, though. Who else? Is it Michelle? Oh. Oh, wait. Michelle was involved because his father was the judge for the case? Right? I believe that was him. Wait, so then... How many? 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, then one more. Hotaru, I don't think is connected. Falche, I don't think so. They worked for Ratchet, but I don't think they had anything to do with the actual case. I'd say him.
I do not think that's the right answer.
Okay, so everyone except him. Who's the last person? Big spender. Bought 1 Pokeball. Big spender. Yep. Spending all their money. Okay. Who's the... Wait, she was connected somehow, right? No?
Not right this time.
No? I don't know who the last person is. McQueen? No, wait. Or was his father the judge? That's right. His father was the judge. McQueen.
That's the right answer. Fräulein
So many
Schmidt,
people to keep up with.
Pierre Michel, Monsieur Hardman, and Monsieur McQueen are all linked to the Armstrong case. I also know that Sonia Armstrong's sister and godmother, Countess Andreni and Princess Dragomirov, are on this train. And finally, Detective Locke discovered that Mr. Foscarelli was the Armstrong chauffeur.
If we
Yeah,
add
he was the
Detective
driver,
Luck
okay.
and Ratchet, of the 12 passengers in that coach, 9 have a connection with the Armstrong case. What next, Poirot?
At least thus far.
Should I say, who next?
Yeah.
It is time to summon everyone.
Everyone? Even Dr. Constantine? The train crew other than Michel?
Dr. Constantine, yes. I will need him. But we don't want the others as witnesses.
I will see that their duties keep them occupied elsewhere.
Excellent. I have always thought this moment in a case is much like Rodin unveiling the thinker before a captivated audience. A work of art. Have you not felt that way, Detective?
No, Mr. Poirot. I'm happy just to slap the cuffs on him.
Well, there is some artistry in that as well, I suppose.
Where would you like the unveiling, Poirot? The lounge?
Perfect.
Then I will gather all the passengers in the lounge.
Okay. Go to the lounge car. Okay. Looking for mustaches, you never know. We did find one in like one of these little nooks once, so that's why I look.
Balls at the ready.
Get your balls ready. Okay. Let's see. Everyone's guilty. Beware! Oh, we have an A tier, A tier, A tier. We have a Beware. Normal fighting type. You can use Heal Ball. A tier, A tier, A tier. Wee woo. Yes, I need this one. Heal Ball, Heal Ball, Heal Ball, Heal Ball. A tier, A tier, A tier. Yes, air horn. I know, I need some kind of, like, alarm. I don't know what to do for it. I need some kind of thing to play or whatever for A tiers. Which I could have it just triggered by Snackbot's message, so we don't have to, like, type it in either. But yes, get your Ultra Balls, Ultra Balls. Soon to be a last call.
Monsieur Book, are the train crew locked in their quarters?
Yes, they are.
Then the stage is set for the
Okay,
final
last call for
act.
Beware. A tier.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This almost makes up
I
for
have
missing that
gathered
Dexmon
you
earlier.
together
I
to
hope I
hear
don't
my
miss.
reconstruction of the
Yes! Lots of people. Ivy, Botner, Bubsy, JDR, Galleon, Delta, me, Chrissy, Dominus, Fab, and Andy. Sorry if you missed. Good luck next time. That's so cute. Dancing cow. I love that. That's adorable.
murder of Samuel Edward Ratchet, also known as Cassetti. There is not one, but two possible solutions of the crime. I shall put them both before you, and I shall...
Thank you so much for the biddies. It's just adorable. I love it. Thank you.
ask Monsieur Book and Dr. Constantine here to judge which solution is the correct one.
2 solutions?
Mr. Poirot, I am hardly qualified.
I feel like the
Nevertheless,
killers are
your
still on the
assistance
train.
is required. Now, You all know the facts of the case. Ratchet was found stabbed to death this morning. He was last known to be alive
TV
at
coverage with smelling salts and
12:37
submission.
a.m.
Good
last
bear.
night,
Oh,
when he spoke to the wagon lit
I like
conductor through
submission.
the door. His watch was found to be badly dented, and it had stopped at 1:15. Dr. Constantine, who examined
Phrasing.
the body, puts the time of death as having occurred between midnight and 2 in the morning. At half an hour after midnight, as you all know, the train ran into a
Shake,
snowdrift.
shake, shake.
After that
Shake,
time,
shake, shake.
it was
Shake that
impossible
booty.
for anyone to leave
That's
the
right.
train. So, here is my first theory. The enemy, as Ratchet expected, joined the train at Vinkovsky by the door left open by Captain Arbuthnot and Monsieur McQueen, who had just descended to the platform. He was equipped with a wagon-lit jacket, which he wore over his ordinary clothes, and a pass key which enabled him to gain access to Ratchet's compartment in spite of the doors being locked. Ratchet was under the influence of a sleeping draught. This man stabbed him with great ferocity, 12 wounds in all. He left the compartment through the communicating door to Madame Hubbard's compartment.
Yes, that's so. Scared me half out of my wits.
The murderer thrust the dagger he had used into Mrs. Hubbard's handbag in passing. Without knowing it, he lost a button of his uniform. Then he slipped out of the compartment and along the corridor. He put the uniform jacket into Detective Locke's suitcase to cast suspicion on her. And a few minutes later, dressed in his ordinary clothes, he left the train just before it started off again, using the same means for egress, the door near the dining car. That is
Everyone
the
putting
first
their heads down.
hypothesis. But there's a second. For that, we must examine the motive for the crime. Why
So
was
many people had
Ratchet
motive.
killed?
Revenge. It wasn't for money.
The motive is clear.
Shameful
Revenge,
dining car,
of course.
right?
Nothing was
How
stolen,
dare you go
and
to the
we
dining
know
car
that
and eat.
Ratchet had made many.
You're not allowed.
This was a premeditated crime, meticulously planned.
When was the crime planned? Just before departure? Several months.
Since the kidnapping and death of little Daisy
Yeah, that was
Armstrong,
not.
which traumatized many people close to the family. Even when the police concluded that it was Suzanne Moreau, questions remained. Detective Locke continued her investigation, as did others. They became convinced the truth lay elsewhere. We now know who the real murderer of Daisy is.
Ratchet, Moreau was just the nanny. She wasn't watching the kid,
It
but
is clear now that Daisy's killer was Ratchet, also known as Cassetti
and Michael Clark.
and how many other names. But of course, many of you have known
So
this.
interesting. So, since he's the Michael Clark that we met, right? He stole the identity of an actual journalist named Michael Clark. Sure it wasn't Clank? Hello, Sifton. So Ratchet stole the identity, or Cassetti, right? That was his real name. He stole the identity of Michael Clark. Who did he kill Michael Clark? Because we don't know how he died. He was shot in the face and buried in his own backyard. So we don't know who killed the journalist, but he stole his identity, and then as Joanna Locke, we went to the cabin where the little girl was kept, or where her body was kept after they killed her. And so Ratchet went there. Spanx. That was Firebot. It disconnected again. I don't know. Like, everything was going so good. It was so good. I was so enjoying this bot and, like... I had, you know, all my birthday alerts go through it and everything worked and nothing's been a problem and it was so easy to set up. Why does it do this now? It just keeps disconnecting randomly. And then every single time I gotta connect it, I gotta verify a code from my email with my bot account. Ay. Sorry, let's hold on a second. Sad day. Yeah, sorry, the commands are not working right now. Because I have to, like, reconnect my bot. Okay, did that. There. Okay. Hey, alright. No wet. Grabs lube. Who's first? No more wetness. Well, now it's back. Okay. You also have underlying computer issues that have a chance to mess with any local... We don't... I don't want to think about that, okay? When you play some games, they can also make local bots mess up. Interesting. Huh. I mean, we've played with this game and having this bot before. And at first, we never had issues. So, interesting. But, suddenly, the last couple days. But I don't know that it's happened every single time I've played this game. I feel like it's happened at other points too. Acting up for lots of people if you weren't aware, not just you. I don't know anybody that uses it aside from Creature. They haven't been in here in a little bit. 99! Oh my god, somebody. Ivy's ready. She's ready and waiting. Twilight's and Tax were acting up too. Through Firebot? Okay. I use Touch Portal, which runs off my computer locally, and when I play Hunt Showdown, it takes a lot of power. So sometimes Touch Portal will just not do what it should do. 100%! You're the first 100! Should we quote that? Should we make it a quote? Dominus is the first. We had we found 2 winners. Wait, was there somebody else with 100? Or are you referring to Ivy with 99? You're the first 100% I think we've had. Entirely soaked. Yes. Ivy and Dominus. Yep. I feel like that's a moment for history. I don't think we've had a 99 either, to be fair. Get a room, you two, right? Wow. Sheesh. Well, we do have a soak command too, so you can soak each other. Wow. Well, we got Mormons? What? What are y'all gonna name your own personal ocean over there? Oh my gosh. I'm apparently an open faucet. Yep. 100%. That's wonderful. I don't know. Leakin. Orla was telling me, well, Orla and Nathan were telling me about, what is it called? I downloaded it earlier. Mix It Up? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Mix It Up bot. That's what they use. I don't know anything about it. Do you know if it has sound command capabilities? Because that's a deal breaker for me. If it doesn't, real erections were the friends we made along the way. And I don't know. I don't entirely know how to use Trigger Fire. Is a lot more basic. I mean, Firebot was so simple. Sadly, all bots suck, and to make any switch would take forever. Well, that's why I've like cherished using Firebot, because it was simple and I was able to transfer everything so fast. Because I was using StreamerBot, but because of the computer issues that I've been having, it sometimes freezes. So when I was streaming recently, the last time it froze, it like completely corrupted StreamerBot, and I just didn't really want to bother. I tried to get it to open and like reinstall it or whatever, and like it just wouldn't do it. So StreamerBot's been a headache from the beginning because it's just so overly complicated. So
Balls at the ready.
And I loved that it had so much capability, but like I didn't want to solve that issue. I didn't want to fix it. So Creature had told me about Firebot, and I was like, well, I guess I'll try it. I didn't really do any research. We have a Purloin, a C-tier dark type. You can use a Nightball. Trigger Fire is ass. I don't know. I know Mutiny uses it. He recommended that to me, which he also recommended StreamerBot. Paul uses Trigger Fire, but I don't know. Because people were trying to recommend things too that where it's not using my computer's resources for stuff like that. I want to limit the number of programs and stuff that I'm using. I don't want to use 50 different bots. So, like, a couple is fine, but preferably, like, the more capabilities one bot has, the better. Was awesome from what I saw, other than this one occasion. Yeah, this is the only issue I've had with it, is, like, today and yesterday, it's been disconnecting. Who are they sucking? Because it ain't me. Oh. Okay. Moving bots is just chasing your tail under you until you have a fixed computer. Well, that's not likely to happen anytime soon, so. Sorry, I'm not listening as I'm working. You're fine. Did I check if I needed this? I don't know. Did I throw or something? I don't think I did. I was reading chat. Wank Breaker Bot. Okay. Dominus, Delta, iBotner, and Fab and Chrissy. Sorry if you missed. So, I don't know. I don't know. Set up every single bot, and I'm sure on any given day, one of them will work. Okay. Alright, well, actually, since we have so many people here, I'm gonna take the opportunity to say, to advertise my, my voting thing for emotes. It is in the voting section in Discord. If you haven't voted, please, I would appreciate if you vote. Let me copy the link. Put it in chat. I had some ideas for when I can afford to get emotes done, at least Pokemon ones. we have like some categories for rage, gasm, cry, blush and shy, and confused. There's also, so it's a select all that apply, so you can choose however many you want. You can choose none of them. If you choose none, I would at least like appreciate an other if you have an idea. But yeah, you can choose however many, and please fill it out. Thank you. Back to our games, scheduled activities. The link is in the Discord and in chat, so have fun. Add in about a minute. I like building bots. Really? Interesting. I don't know if I could handle having my own bot.
For a long time, it is obvious that the 12 stab wounds are not a random number. Dr. Constantine's analysis
Oops, sorry. Hit with my
revealed
mug.
that some stab wounds appeared to have been caused by a right-handed attacker. Others indicated the knife wielder was left-handed. Some wounds were deep.
Yep.
More than one fatal. Yet others were not much more than mere scratches. What can explain these discrepancies? This leads us to an obvious conclusion. They are symbolic.
What do the 12 stabs symbolize? Daisy's age. Oh?
Daisy was 3
Oh, I don't know
years
how
old.
she wasn't 12, but I don't know how she was.
12
Okay.
stabs. 12! The same number as a trial jury in the United States. But not just a
Okay,
jury
making a
of
Twitch
12
extension
members
with streamer
condemning him
prompts
to death,
AI
but 12
with 3 words,
executioners as well.
and chat
This
has to guess
self-appointed
what 3
jury
words.
had meticulously planned
Picture
for
that come out.
everything.
Interesting, that sounds
except
fun.
Snow.
Snow. The
I like
avalanche
that.
stopped us, as well as the presence of not one but 2 detectives on the train. They had to improvise, to hastily add clues and false leads.
Red kimono?
This woman in a red kimono does not exist. I don't know which of the passengers it was. It does not really matter. It was